Today we are going to learn about Python Lambda, advanced use cases in web development. We will explore advanced applications to enhance code efficiency and maintainability, equipping you with skills to apply Lambda functions in real-world web development scenarios. Welcome to our exploration of Python Lambda, advanced use cases in web development. Lambda functions, or anonymous functions, are a powerful feature in Python that allow you to write short, concise, and often single-line functions. In the context of web development, Lambda functions can significantly enhance code efficiency and maintainability. They reduce boilerplate code, making your scripts cleaner and easier to read. In this video, we'll dive into advanced applications of Lambda functions, exploring how they can be used to streamline URL routing, enhance sorting algorithms, perform dynamic form validation, and more. By the end, you'll be equipped with the skills to apply Lambda functions effectively in your web development projects.
Lambda functions can play a crucial role in simplifying URL routing within web development frameworks. In languages like Python, frameworks such as Flask allow you to define routes for your web applications. Typically, these routes can become verbose and repetitive. However, by using Lambda functions, you can streamline this process. For example, instead of defining multiple similar routes individually, you can use a Lambda function to dynamically generate them based on patterns or parameters. This approach reduces boilerplate code and enhances code readability. By utilizing Lambda functions, you can also integrate them seamlessly with your existing web frameworks, allowing for a more modular and maintainable codebase. As you define routes, consider how Lambdas can encapsulate logic that might otherwise clutter your routing definitions, making your application more efficient and easier to manage. Lambda expressions can be particularly useful when implementing custom sorting logic in web applications. Sorting is a common task, whether you're ordering products in an e-commerce store or displaying search results on a web page. Python's built-in sorting functions, like sorted, allow for custom sorting using key functions. This is where Lambda comes into play. By using Lambda expressions, you can define concise, on-the-fly key functions that determine the sort order based on specific criteria. For instance, if you're sorting a list of dictionaries representing user data, you can use a Lambda to sort by any field, such as age or name, without having to define a separate function. This not only enhances performance by reducing the need for additional function definitions but also simplifies your code structure. Moreover, it increases flexibility, allowing for quick adjustments to sorting logic as requirements change. By employing Lambda expressions in sorting algorithms, you can achieve more efficient and adaptable web applications. Dynamic form validation is a critical component of web development, ensuring that user input meets required criteria before submission. Lambda functions can be leveraged to define concise and flexible validation rules that are applied dynamically. In web applications, you often need to validate data such as email addresses, passwords, or phone numbers. Instead of writing separate validation functions for each form field, you can use Lambda functions to encapsulate this logic directly where it's needed. This reduces repetitive code and enhances maintainability. For example, you can define a Lambda that checks if an email address is in a valid format and use it immediately during form submission. This approach also facilitates immediate feedback to users, improving user experience. By integrating Lambda functions into your form validation processes, you can streamline the validation logic, making it easier to modify and extend as your application evolves.
Middleware functions are essential in web applications for processing requests and responses. They can handle tasks like authentication, logging, or modifying request data before it reaches the main application logic. Lambda functions can be used to enhance the efficiency of these middleware operations. Instead of writing extensive middleware functions, you can use Lambdas to implement simple, on-the-fly logic that processes requests or responses. This approach reduces code complexity and makes your middleware more modular. For instance, a Lambda can quickly check if a user is authenticated and redirect unauthorized users, all within a single line of code. By simplifying request processing with Lambda functions, you can ensure that your middleware functions are both efficient and easy to maintain. Additionally, Lambda functions integrate seamlessly with popular web frameworks, allowing you to enhance your web application's performance without adding unnecessary complexity.
Integrating Lambda functions with popular web frameworks, such as Flask, can significantly enhance the efficiency and maintainability of your web applications. Flask, being a lightweight and flexible framework, allows for easy integration of Lambda functions into various aspects of your application. Whether it's defining routes, processing data, or handling requests, Lambda functions can reduce boilerplate code and modularize your application logic. For example, you can use Lambdas to streamline route definitions, making your routing setup more concise and readable. Additionally, Lambdas can be employed in data processing tasks, allowing you to define quick transformations or filters directly within your Flask views. By leveraging Lambda functions, you can improve the maintainability of your applications, making it easier to update and extend functionality without disrupting existing code. This integration not only enhances performance but also aligns with the principles of modern web development, where efficiency and flexibility are paramount. Handling API responses efficiently is crucial in web development, particularly for applications that rely on external data sources. Lambda functions can be a powerful tool for enhancing API response handling. By using lambdas, you can streamline the processing of API responses, applying transformations or filters directly as data is received. This approach not only reduces response time but also improves code readability by encapsulating logic within concise Lambda expressions. For instance, if you need to extract specific fields from a JSON response or apply calculations on the fly, Lambda functions allow you to define this logic succinctly. This facilitates dynamic data handling, enabling your application to adapt to various API response formats or data structures. By enhancing API response processing with Lambda functions, you can ensure that your web applications are both efficient and flexible, capable of handling diverse data sources seamlessly.
Debugging and testing are vital components of web development, ensuring that your code functions as intended. When it comes to Lambda expressions, effective debugging techniques are essential to identify and resolve issues quickly. One of the challenges with Lambda functions is their concise syntax, which can make errors harder to spot. To address this, it's important to utilize debugging tools that allow you to step through your code and inspect variable values. Testing Lambda expressions involves creating test cases that cover different scenarios and input values, ensuring that your Lambdas produce the expected results. By integrating testing frameworks such as Unitest or PyTest, you can automate the testing process and ensure code reliability. Additionally, logging can be a valuable tool for tracking the execution of Lambda expressions, providing insights into how data is processed. By focusing on debugging and testing, you can maintain high-quality code that performs reliably in your web applications. In conclusion, mastering Lambda functions in web development can significantly enhance your coding efficiency and maintainability. We've explored advanced use cases, from simplifying URL routing to enhancing API response handling. By incorporating Lambda functions into your web projects, you can reduce boilerplate code, improve readability, and create more flexible and adaptable applications. As you continue to practice and apply these techniques in real-world scenarios, you'll find that Lambda functions are an invaluable tool in your development toolkit. Remember, continuous learning and experimentation are key to mastering any programming skill. We hope this video has equipped you with the knowledge and confidence to leverage Lambda functions effectively in your web development endeavors.